What if suffering is not an accident? What if it is written into the script of consciousness itself? Not because life is cruel, but because growth requires movement. Movement requires change, and change inevitably contains friction. Friction creates discomfort. Discomfort pushes awareness forward. The story of being human has always included this sequence, which means suffering may not be evidence that life is broken. It may be evidence that life is unfolding. But here we arrive at the deepest and most uncomfortable layer of this idea. If suffering is woven into the fabric of existence, if so many of the conditions that shape our lives existed before we were even aware of them, then what does that say about control? What does it say about destiny? Modern culture tends to resist the idea of destiny because it sounds like surrender. It sounds like passivity. It sounds like giving up the belief that we are the authors of our lives. But destiny does not necessarily mean helplessness. It may simply mean that we are participating in a story whose larger structure we cannot fully see. Think of an actor stepping onto a stage. The actor did not write the entire script. The actor did not design the set, the lighting, or the other characters entering the scene. And yet the actor still has something meaningful to contribute. The actor interprets the role. The actor decides how the lines are delivered, how the emotions are expressed, how the character moves through each moment. Life may operate in a similar way. Many of the circumstances surrounding your life were arranged long before you arrived. Your birthplace, your genetic makeup, your early environment, the historical era you inhabit. These were not personal decisions. They are the stage upon which your life unfolds. But how you inhabit that stage still matters. This is where determinism and freedom quietly intersect. Determinism suggests that events unfold through chains of causes and conditions. Every moment emerges from countless previous moments, like waves moving through water. But within that unfolding, awareness still exists. Consciousness still observes, interprets, and responds. In other words, you may not control every chapter of the story, but you participate in how the story is experienced. And this changes the way suffering appears. If suffering is seen as random chaos, it feels meaningless. If suffering is seen as punishment, it feels cruel. But if suffering is part of a larger unfolding, part of the movement through which life shapes consciousness, then it begins to look different. It becomes a passage. Not the whole story, a passage.